I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody. Some people have been telling me to tell some crazy stories. This one here is kind of a funny one, and I've mentioned it briefly in other videos. But I had this Celly named Bob. Now the problem with Bob is he had bad gas. He didn't have nothing either, so he went to the chow hall all the time, and I think that was part of what was giving him the bad gas. But you know, that food is bad, nasty, gives you gas. But he was saving up his money. He made $20 a month, and he was saving up his money to buy a TV. So he went to the chow hall all the time. He only went to commissary to buy like some coffee or something. The rest of it he saved up. He eventually, he made cards and stuff for people. And he was good at making these cards. And he would sell them, and that gave him some commissary, a little bit of soups and stuff to eat. I mean, even people in the cells next to us complained about his bad gas. And I told him he had to go to medical. He did go to medical, and they gave him these pills, and I don't think it helped any. Not at all. It was just horrible, And one time there was a bunch of guys outside of our cell talking real loud, yelling and stuff. He gets down at the door, sits by the door, and lets one go out there. And they start blaming each other, walking off and stuff. They finally found out who it was, and then it almost became a fight. They almost jumped him over it. He, on the way to chow, sometimes he'd let one go. On the way back from chow, he'd let him go. And, when you're on a line, there's like, you're walking down the sidewalk, some people passing you and stuff, and everybody's going, damn, Bob, do something about that, man. What crawled up in you and died? And he'd just laugh about it, right? Kind of in an embarrassed way, but he would laugh. But it wasn't funny. It really wasn't funny. It was horrible. One day we was coming back from chow. Now, COs will shake you down when you leave the chow hall, and sometimes they'll shake you down right before you get into the housing unit, right outside the housing unit. There was a CO. What was kind of weird about the CO is he had two sons that worked there too. In this prison, almost everybody was related or friends. But he had two sons that was there too, and one of his sons was a sergeant, so outranked him. At one time, the other son, who was a CO, worked in the same housing unit as he did, the same shift. It was just crazy. I always thought that they were supposed to keep them separate. But anyway, I'm getting off point here. We're coming back from chow. Here's this CO, the one I was telling you about, had the sons, patting people down, You stand there with your arms out. They go down your arms, they go down your body, they go down your legs. Some of them won't go all the way down the legs, they just go down to the knees. Some of them would go all the way down. And he was one of the ones that, when he patted you down, you knew it. Bob's a little ways in front of me. We're coming down, and I see the CO calls him over. So he goes over. As I'm getting up to him, he's almost down to his feet. And all of a sudden he raises up, he goes, what in the hell is wrong with you? Letting one go in my face like that. Other people was there saying, man, he can't help it, man. When you gotta let one go, you gotta let one go. He was pissed, and everybody else was laughing. And they thought he'd done a good thing. They thought he'd done it on purpose. Frankly, I did too. Anyway, we get back to the cell. I said, man, you did that on purpose, didn't you? I'm just glad you did it out there and not in here. He goes, no, I didn't do it on purpose. It just slipped out. I said, come on, man. You did that on purpose. By that time, because we had to lock down, and everything, before they let us out for the 6 o'clock, or is either 6 or 6:30, I can't remember now, out in the wing and stuff. He goes, I didn't do it on purpose. By that time, the door opens. The CO looks at me. He says, Seidel, the next time your Celly does that to me, I am going to come up here, I'm going to open the door, you're going to step out, and I'm going to beat his ass. I don't care if I lose my job or not. And I said, well, he's claiming it was an accident. He goes, yeah, it just slipped out. He goes, man, somebody been doing something to you? Can't be that loose, you just let it slip out, man. It goes 2 seconds, I would have been done. But no, you didn't even do it while I was standing up. You waited until I was down around your ankles before you let one go. And he was mad. He was red in the face. I'm trying not to laugh at him, I'm trying to keep a straight face. do you have to deal with this, Seidel? I said, yeah, I'd have to deal with it all the time, man. You just got it once. I get it all the time. I'm in a small enclosed area, and he lets them go all the time. You know, ain't nothing I can do about it. You know, I tried to get him to go see medical, and medical give him these pills that doesn't even seem to work. He goes, I'll put in a medical request for his ass. And he told him that. He said, I'm gonna have medical see you. And sure enough, it wasn't long. Medical called him up there. They didn't give him, I don't think it was anything that would actually help with the gas. It wasn't like gas X or anything. They gave him things that help him go to the bathroom, you know, or supposed to. They gave him this orange powder stuff that was like, it was in packages. It was Mucilex or something like that, and Mucilex. And then, I can't remember the name of them. They're shaped like a football. They gave him them. All that did was just cause him, you know, to use the toilet more, you know. And he still had bad gas, and I know most of it was from eating all that state food. He went to every meal. Every single meal he went to, man. There was times I told him, man, I'll give you a couple of soups. Please just don't go to the chow hall. I'll even give you things to, you know, dress up your soup, you know. Summer sausages, we call them summer dogs. Anything, man, please don't go. A couple of times he didn't go, but usually when I'd offer things, he'd go anyway. Piss me off. That was the funny story. Now, I'll try to tell some more. One guy said he wanted crazy or funny stories. Another guy said, just tell me some crazy things or bad things, you know, things that you think that were weird that happened in prison. So I'm going to start trying to do that. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay